What's happening? The 2028 presidential race is around the corner, and Democratic candidates are getting ready to throw their hats into the ring. Gavin Newsom is hitting Costco for that industrial-sized hair gel. Kamala Harris is perfecting a 2-year-old TikTok dance. John Fetterman is asking his friend George to tell him about the rabbits. And of course, Stephen A. Smith is just hoping people say his name on TV. Yeah. You're welcome, Stephen A. But on the Republican side, everyone is holding their breath to see if one candidate in particular is going to run again.
Maybe we do one more term. Should we do one more term? Do one more term.
Should I run again? You tell me. Am I allowed to run again, Mike?
There's a whole story about running for a third term. They do say there's a way you can do it.
When I get out of office in, let's say, 8 or 9 years from now.
You see the new hat? We have 4 more years, 2028.
Trump 2028. Ugh. I have not been more angry about a hat since that Jack Harlow video. What the hell is going on here? He looks like if Che Guevara went to Morehouse. Let's make this clear. Under the Constitution, Donald Trump cannot run for president again, all right? Putting something on a hat does not make it real, although, just in case. But yeah, Trump wants to keep going for another 8 or 9 years, you know, just so he can see that 4-week war with Iran all the way through. But hold on, maybe this isn't what it looks like.
It was a joke, and people need to take it as a joke.
That was tongue-in-cheek, of course.
He's just having fun with it, you know. He's just having fun with it.
It's very much a troll.
Spoiler alert, he was joking.
Nope. Jokes about abusing power don't hit as hard when you're actually abusing power, okay? It's like breaking out a whoopee cushion after you already shit your pants in the middle of a meeting. Nobody's in the mood to laugh, okay? Even if Trump is kind of joking, he's doing it in a way that's becoming real. Like, you ever do a fun little bit for so long that it becomes a genuine part of your personality? Like, I would jokingly end every conversation with my 17-year-old daughter, like, bye! And now it's the only way I can hang up the phone. Like, that's essentially what's happening to Trump, except worse because he can't seem to say bye to the job. And no matter how many people say Trump is joking, his actual judicial nominees, the people who would interpret the Constitution to see if he's allowed to pull this off, they're clearly taking it seriously.
Mr. Mark, is President Trump eligible to run for president again in 2028?
Senator, without considering all the facts and looking at everything, depending on what the situation is, this to me strikes as more of a hypothetical.
Is he eligible to run for a third term under our Constitution?
I would have to review.
Anybody else brave enough to say that the Constitution of the United States prevents President Trump from seeking a third term? Anybody willing to apply the Constitution by its plain language in the 22nd Amendment? Nobody. All right, let's move on.
Did you hear that sigh from Mr. Coons? That was so long the stenographer had to type out sound of soul leaving senator's body. Also, side note, this was confusing for me because Mr. Coons is actually my nickname for Clarence Thomas. Now, why would you have to say, you know, you have to review the 22nd Amendment? It's not complicated. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Okay, done. I reviewed it for you. 5 stars, great amendment, would recommend. But Trump's judges are treating the 22nd Amendment like Kevin Durant treats a hairbrush, just refusing. I mean, just refusing to acknowledge it exists. Like, come on. Seriously, what's going on here, Kevin? You want to borrow a hat? Like... And Trump obviously doesn't care what the Constitution says about running for a third term because no matter what the issue is, voting rights, birthright citizenship, war, tariffs, Trump never cares about the Constitution.
She says the Constitution gives me certain rights. And I demand that I be given these rights. Get the hell out.
You do not feel like you need guardrails?
No, I don't need guardrails. I don't want guardrails. Guardrails would hurt us. They say it's not constitutional, but I think it would be good.
Don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know.
You don't know? He doesn't know? Upholding the Constitution was like 90% of your oath of office, okay? And the other 10% was your name. Trump's blatant disregard for the Constitution is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. And I've seen Rachel Dolezal's OnlyFans. But you don't even need to hear any of that to know he plans to stay in office. All you need to hear is him talking about his big, beautiful ballroom. Do you seriously think he's building that for the next guy? You think he likes J.D. Vance that much? You think he's doing that level of solid for Marco Rubio? No. On January 20th, 2029, Trump is going to go into that ballroom with a stack of hustlers and a crate of Big Macs and lock the door from the inside, okay? But I'm not asking Trump not to run for a third term. Trump's going to Trump. What I'm asking is for the Republican Party to be honest for once and tell us whether or not you want this man to be king, okay? I'm tired of edging dictatorship. I'm getting red, white, and blue balls, people, okay? Waiting to find out if our democracy still matters. And do it soon, because right now, America is standing at a fork in the road, and we need to know which path to choose, or if we just stick the fork in us because we're done. But hey, that's just my opinion. Bye!